Good afternoon to everyone present here. Yeah, I'm Dr. Kunal Chaudhari here to from JJ Group of Hospitals here to present the study on the post-operative outcome in orthopedic cases management in cases of high HBA1C diabetic patients. Elderly diabetic patients are at a risk of poor fracture healing and post-traumatic fractures even due to trivial low energy falls and chronic pathological bone involvement. HbA1c, that is glycosylated hemoglobin, are hemoglobin which have an attached sugar moiety which is constitute the HbA1 fraction of the adult hemoglobin. HbA1c is a predominant fraction of HbA1c and estimates a prolonged sugar levels of sugar control of a patient in the last 3 months. Increased studies have shown that increased risk of more than or equal to 2 fractures are found in subjects with high HbA1c more than 7.9% compared to a normal patient who is a non-diabetic. We studied 3 patients under this study. Here we present a cases of 3 elderly patients who came with post-traumatic fractures or chronic bone pathologies with an HbA1c more than 10% who required operative orthopedic management. The injuries were adequately managed with splintage initially, and eventually we went for operative procedures after controlling the sugar levels, which were indicated with an HbA1c in first case that is 10.8, in second as 12.8, and third 12.6%. These are the 3 cases which we studied under this procedure, under this study. First was a proximal humerus fracture. Second, which has an HbA1c of 10.6. Second was an intertrochanteric femur fracture with an HbA1c of 12.8. And the third was a vascular necrosis of the head of femur with an HbA1c of 12.8. So these are the post-operative radiograms of the 3 cases. First, we operated with plate after controlling the sugar levels. Second was the DHS plate, and third was a total hip replacement after prolonged control of the sugar levels. These are the post-operative surgical scar healed in case of all the 3 cases. As you can see that with these, after controlling the sugar levels, which we got an idea because of the HbA1c, the suture scars have healed properly. The HbA1c levels are correlation with the development of diabetic complications and have been used for a long time as the gold standard for evaluation of diabetic control. HbA1c should not be more than 7% to avoid these complications. Diabetes is an autoimmune disease characterized with absolute insulin deficiency with the pancreas. So the incidence of type 1 diabetes has been increasing in worldwide, and we need markers to monitor the sugar levels of a patient. High HbA1c is an indication of association between poor glycemic control of the patient and increased bone pathologies or even risk of fractures. High HbA1c indicates towards the high uncontrolled sugar levels over the last 3 months, which give an idea of the body's fluctuating sugar levels, which sometimes may not be assessed by us when we are doing fasting or postprandial blood sugars, which gives us an idea that how the patient should be managed post-operatively and about the suture removal. These fractures need to be considered for planning in accordance, and we can decide the line of management. In conclusion, orthopedic chronic bone pathologies and post-traumatic limb fractures with uncontrolled sugars and very high HbA1c are very difficult to treat, as we have seen that they have very high tendency for infection, poor suture healing, risk of repeated fractures and osteoporosis, which will often result into poor functional outcome. Thank you.